Well, here's what I've been working on, this latest project here. Been building me a sealed box here, big sealed box for my new toy. Found this online, pretty cheap. It's the older model, CVX. Got a big old motor on it. Got a really good deal on it. It's about twice the size, well, power rating as a CVR. They're a 750 RMS, 1500 watt max. They're top of the line round subwoofers that kickers make. Most expensive round ones that they make too, before they get to the L7s, the square ones. So imagine it's gonna be pretty good. But I need a box for it, so built this big old sealed box here. About to wrap it up. It's about a 3.5 cube, braced. All my edges are rounded over, sealed. Something kind of like my own trick that I came up with is to seal this off, because MDF, medium density fiberboard, as known, good for building sub boxes and stuff, is it's not real wood. It's like a sawdust sandwich kind of deal is what I call it, but on the outside it's really hard. It's like a laminate, and then sandwiched in between the two pieces is like sawdust and glue mixed together, pretty much. I mean, is what it amounts to. But it's just like the sawdust pressed between two hard layers. So whenever you sand it or shape it at all, you're left with a really soft, and like that middle layer will, when you go to paint it, it'll just suck in the paint, and it's really hard because you got to seal it. So it's so soft. But just take you some just the same wood glue that you use, that normal wood glue, and glaze it with wood glue. Let that dry, and then go through and sand it down. And then you could do it twice. I usually just do it once, but that'll give you a good hard edge. So like on the inside of the box, a ported box would probably be more important, for airflow. But I like rounding off all my edges anyway, just for sound waves or whatever. Just make it nice and smooth. I got all my corners and stuff, make sure to sand it down and stuff smooth. And my terminal here, this is kind of like what I'm going to showcase. This is kind of like my own deal that I started on another little small speaker box that I made, but everybody's always has a problem coming up with how you want to do your terminals, and buying terminal cups is just a pain in the ass, and then they're just plastic anyway. I mean, you go through all the trouble making this nice sealed wood, box, 3/4 inch MDF, and then you want to put like a plastic terminal cup in there. I mean, that don't make no sense. So pretty much I just came up with the idea, just cutting a hole in there, and then using another piece of MDF on the back. So you got, I left about between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch overlap between this piece, to glue it in, get a nice good seal. And then I was worried about using bolts for the terminals, because I didn't know about the conductivity of them, if I'd be losing any power, or adding resistance. But I mean, pretty much from what I can tell, I checked it with the meter here. Quick check real quick. I can get this to stay there. But I test my leads. I think about like 0.6 is what I should have. Well, that's not right. Loose. Yeah, you check your meter, see what resistance is in your meter itself. There we go. Make sure everything's nice and tight. There we go. But yeah, so I got about 0.6 on my meter. And then whenever I test one of these bolts here, do that second one from the end. Yeah, I'm getting, it's jumping around because this meter's getting a little wore out. It's old. But I'm getting about 0.7 or so. Whenever I was checking it, I was getting the same. I was getting 0.6. So I really don't think there's a whole lot of resistance in that bolt. But with this setup here, you know, I kind of tapered this edge around so you can get to it a little easier and make it kind of cleaner looking. But it seems to work out pretty good. I'm about ready to, since that's done, I'm about ready to wire up, run my wires, because I did 4 of them for a dual voice coil, so that way you can have leads go in each voice coil. I mean, if not, you don't have to use all 4 of them, but it just gives you that control. That way, if you want to rewire your sub from series to parallel, you don't have to take it out of the box. You just rewire it there. But yeah, pretty much just got left is just cut the hole out. Cut the hole out for the sub. Glue the top on. But for my first sub box, I built what 4 Bluetooth speaker boxes and some couple small bookshelf speaker boxes and stuff. But for my first sub box, it doesn't seem too bad. I gotta kind of do a little bit of trimming on the edges here, but like I said, it ain't too terrible. I don't think. Pretty clean looking. Well, she's a big one though. We're gonna see how she sounds with the big old kicker. Well, yeah, next one will probably be a demo. I'm gonna get this all hooked up in the car.